Hey everybody, it's Andrea Thompson here. Today I wanted to actually invite you into my personal kitchen and I want to talk about juicing. Juicing is so important in my life. It's been so instrumental the past 8 years when I was in the throes of overcoming cancer. The first 2 years I would juice 13 times a day. Yeah, you heard that right, 13 times a day. That doesn't mean you have to juice 13 times a day. But that was part of my protocol. And I do believe that juicing should be a part of a daily regimen for everybody. And you can have fun with it, be creative. But I want to show you 2 specific juices, and you can add to these, or you could take something away and add what you like. But these were 2 specific juices that I used during the time that I was overcoming cancer. And we're going to start off with the first simple one is 2 ingredients. So it's going to be literally green apples because they're lowest on the glycemic index, and carrots. Super powerful, potent vitamins, minerals, anti-cancer properties that you would find in these. Can you use red apples? Yes. But, lowering our sugar intake is just good overall. You can, depending on what you want to do and how much juice you make. So a juice is considered 8 ounces for 1 serving of juice. So 1 cup. And I will use a quarter to a half of an apple. Now this is a much smaller apple, so if I had a larger one, I would only use a quarter. And remember, I was doing it so many times a day, so I had to watch my intake. But I'm gonna do a quarter of the apple, and then the rest is gonna be in the carrots, which will then make up the 8 ounces. So I'm gonna turn this on. It's gonna be a little bit loud. This is my good old Jack LaLanne. People ask me all the time, what juicers do I use? So I have 2. I do have a cold pressed one. I don't use that one as much. It definitely is a lot slower. You're gonna need to chop your fruits and vegetables much smaller than what I have here. But the great thing about it is it does retain more of the nutrients, and you can keep it in your refrigerator for up to 36 hours. So 3 days, okay? Wait, do I have that right? Yeah, 36 hours, so 3 days, whatever that comes to. Now this is not a cold press, so it uses more heat. The nice thing about it, it squeezes, it pushes the juice really fast. And because I was juicing 13 times a day, I didn't have time to sip on my juices. I literally just got it down. So within the first 10 to 15 minutes, you would want to drink 1 out of here to be able to get as much of the nutrients into the body. There is a difference between juicing and making a smoothie. They're both beneficial, they're both wonderful, but with juicing, you're extracting the fiber, and although fiber is good, we definitely want fiber in our diet, this is gonna be able to get the juice directly into the bloodstream, into the cells. Kind of like an IV of juice going directly in, bypassing the digestive system, and really just getting 100% of these nutrients that the body needs right away. So it gives you a boost. It gives you vitality. It gives you energy. It is a true energy drink. This is a true energy drink. All right, so the first one I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn this on. I'm gonna show you how to do this, super simple. And I'm gonna do the quarter of an apple. Make sure you have your glass, or you could do a measuring cup, a small measuring cup, whatever fits under there. Put that in. You're just gonna push it on through, and yes, that juice is gonna come out. Now this is a really tiny apple, so I'm gonna go ahead and use another one, just because that would be like a quarter of a large apple, okay? And isn't that just beautiful? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my carrots. You could do a couple at a time. They're whole, I don't have to peel them, I just cut the tops off. But I save those tops, and then I'll use them to make a beautiful vegetable broth. Anything that I cut up and save all the extras, you can use everything in your daily cooking and diets. It's so wonderful. We could talk about that another day. All right, so we're gonna push the carrots through, super simple. Look at how that comes out. And this just gives you an example. Now, of course, I would probably do a couple more carrots, because that's probably about 4 ounces, but you get the gist of it. And then what I do is I'll just tip this over, and I get every last drop of living juice. I love it, I love it. All right, so this is the first one. Look at that beautiful foam in there. You can stir it up if you want, and it's delicious. It's so simple. Listen, you can add celery to this. You can add any of these other ingredients that I have on here or what you want. I'm just showing you the two that I did for the first 2 years. Okay, so we're gonna set this one aside. And then our second one, this is my green juice. And these were very specific ingredients that I call this my green juice. That was also very beneficial, super high in vitamins, antioxidants, colors. Think colors of the rainbow, all of this. We should have this in our diet every single day. So this is a combination of using cabbage, and it needs to be the red cabbage. Green bell peppers, not red, not yellow, but green. Also in the green bell peppers, using the seeds, because the seeds also they're very potent, lots of nutrients, very nutrient dense, very power packed, probably even more so than the actual vegetable itself. Romaine lettuce. And then also you can use an apple. Oh, and the one thing that I don't have here is lemon. So you can also add lemon, which I highly recommend. Meyer lemons are my favorite. All right, so this is how we're gonna start off doing this. And I also have parsley. And I'm gonna show you a trick to the parsley and what I do, because a lot of times people say, but I'll put parsley or I'll put cilantro or I'll put turmeric through my juicer and it doesn't do anything. So here's a little trick that I've learned over the years. What you can do is you can take your parsley and literally wrap it up in your lettuce or whatever it is that you're using. And then when you juice it, you're gonna get it's not gonna be wasted. It's not gonna go back into the bin here. It's actually gonna be juiced. So we're gonna turn this on, and because I've already done that, we'll just start with this. So you made your little wrap. I've got my celery and everything in here, or not my celery, my parsley. Put it in there, feed that through. Look at that, green, 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 very alkalizing. You can use it all up if you want. And then I'm just gonna take just a little bit. Literally you can use just a pinky size of turmeric. You can add ginger, whatever, be creative. Again, roll it up in your lettuce and then push it through. So you're getting all the benefits. And then you're gonna use about 3 to 5 romaine lettuce leaves, okay? And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna use a wedge. This came from one of my friend's gardens, this is so what a treat. But I'll use like a wedge or 2 of the red cabbage. And so you cut that up, put that through. Just feed that through. And you know what? Why not do another one? Look at all of the vitamins and nutrition you're getting. Because who's gonna sit around and eat 2 big wedges of cabbage and 5 leaves of celery, right? And then we're gonna take a half of a green bell pepper. So I've already cut it up here. And we're gonna put that through again with the seeds. We're gonna feed that through. And then we'll go ahead and use the rest of this apple. Why not use it? And again, you can add carrot to it. You can use, mix and match, do more. But this is gonna give you a really beautiful juice. The only thing that I would add would be a little bit of lemon, because some people don't really like the deep, earthy taste of just greens and cabbage. So add a little bit of lemon to that. But here you have, so you have your carrots and your apples. And then here you've got your red cabbage, your romaine lettuce, your green bell peppers, a little bit of turmeric. You've got the parsley in there. A little bit of green apple, and I would definitely add a little bit of lemon or lime, whichever you prefer. And see, notice, this is how you know when this is not a cold press. See how it begins to separate in there? And so what you could do is just stir it up like that. Yeah. And then you can drink that. And then same thing here. Isn't that beautiful? It's beautiful. This is life-giving. So in the morning I'd wake up, this would be my first juice. And about 30 minutes later, this would be my second. And then this would be my third and my fourth and my fifth, all the way to 13. Yes, I practically lived in my kitchen. But I also wanted to tell you, I'll tell you a funny story. Every time I cut up the apples and the carrots, I always laugh, even to myself. And I remember I used about 60 to 70 pounds of carrots. Every week is what I juiced, because when you're juicing so much. And I can't remember how many apples. So my husband and I would go to Costco, and that's where we would get all the carrots and the apples. And I remember checking out, and the lady that was helping us, she's like, oh, she goes, do you have horses? And my husband looks over and says, that's the horse. And he wasn't meaning it in a derogatory way, but we just kind of laughed. And she goes, wow, you must be really healthy. And my husband's like, well, she's working on it. But it's just, even in the darkest, scariest moments of my life, I can now look at the joy that the process and the journey of health and healing was for me. There were times, yes, when it was scary and it was unknown, but I have actually more good, healthy, happy, joyful memories of that journey of overcoming than I do the scary, negative. So I really pray that this nourishes you today, that this has helped you. And listen, we are going to be doing so much more of this. So if you would like to have more recipes, more shopping with me, more cooking in the kitchen with me, please go and sign up for the newsletter. That's how you will get these at AndreaThompson.org. And we will also have this on my YouTube channel, Andrea Thompson. Thanks, guys. Have a great, happy, healthy day.